Anna, and welcome to FM Tahiti. I hope you're all doing well. We're back for some more league games, and there's a few things to show you here and there, a few things to point out. Start off with the bad, because there's good and bad, but a reasonable amount of bad. Good finances, we've slipped back into debt for the first time in a while. So at the start of December, we had a peak of about 262,000 after we had the kind of takeover and money was invested. And despite the kind of slightly higher than normal attendances, because it's the title bump, we're now back in debt. So I don't think I'll be paying for any more coaching courses once I finish my current one. But this will be someone else's problem unless we, get into the Club World Championship and get that sweet Club World Championship money. So that's the kind of bad there. If we go to the schedule, I think the last match you saw us play would have been the 4-2 win against the Skybrights. We then drew against Ace Chance, and 1-1 makes it sound like a bit of a disappointing result, but actually, the last few times we played Ace Chance, they've absolutely destroyed us, either in performance or in the scoreline, or both, usually both. They've got lots of really good young players, and they're a pretty strong side. They're doing well in the league. And this 1-1 flatters them. We controlled this from start to finish. It was such a good performance. For us to only get a draw from it was a little bit sad, really. But we did really well. We'll take the points. We then played the Takaroa Terrors in the Mutiny Trophy. So they're in the League 2 below us. And in the Mutiny Trophy, we are top. We've got the Totengenge Wings and Union Rematara left to play. So basically it's definitely in our hands. Although we're getting pushed close by both of those teams, could still make a push for the final. Then we played Mayau Island and we won 4-1. Very comfortable 4-1. They had a player sent off. Jared got another hat-trick. Got a hat-trick back here as well, so he's doing okay this season. Both our strikers in this new system are still scoring, which I was a bit worried it might be spreading the goals out a bit, which is normally a good thing. But I quite like my strikers to score lots, just because that's what they're paid for. So we've come back for the Maupiti match. What's also happened is in the international side of things. So I think in the last episode I mentioned we played Micronesia and Central African Republic, which is all news. But we also played Antigua and Barbuda. I've probably said it wrong. We won 2-0, and again, comfortably. We just outperformed them, and they were above us in the ranking. So we've now actually... Where is it? Can I see it here? Yeah, so we've actually gone up to 133rd in the world ranking. So we're 140th, and now we are 133rd. Why won't you show us where we are in the world rankings? Irritating. So here we are. Above the Faroe Islands, yet below Luxembourg. But I'll probably arrange a few more friendlies here and there to see if we can creep up. So Tahiti Societies are the highest French Polynesian side, I think. The only other ones who might be higher are the Bass Islands all the way down there. So there we go. So we've got our match now against Maupiti. So Maupiti are 14th. They've not been doing very well, but they were desperate to try and sign lots of our players. So they had ideas above their station. They got -25 for goal difference. Westall 7th, even though we had a pretty decent run, but we're 10 points behind Tetaroa, but we've got a game in hand on them. Only 6 behind second place, so we can turn this over in time. Let's see what's going on here. Huck's injured for a little bit, so we've got Bolt back in the team. That's about it. Pretty happy with that squad at the moment. They've been playing pretty well. Interesting. It looks like a sword. Or if you've watched the Loki Doki Journeymans from last year, there's a very particular tactic that he named, something very particular as well, that looks like. Let's get this going. So Maupiti we should beat. In the form we're in, we should do quite well. Against them, I don't want to jinx it. Still doing this short thing. Still keep forgetting to actually change the takers. I think I'm going to have to, because we are scoring not directly from it, but fairly soon after we're getting something from this. Dalwyn's been alright. He's been playing okay. He just seems so fragile. He seems to fragile and unfit. I think he gets tired and he gets injured. Which is not a great combination, but we do have car. Oh, there we go. That's right. It's disallowed. That's fine. I'm just going to start complaining bitterly then. So my phone's buzzed because I just posted a picture about the offer we got for Gerard, the 120,000. It's just been retweeted by that Tahiti retweet account. Been looking at some of the pictures they've been sharing on their account of various kind of tropical paradises. It's a bit depressing that probably won't ever get to go, just because it's... I don't know what kind of holidays you guys go on, but going to French Polynesia is expensive and long. I think it takes over a full kind of... Oh, there you go. Andre putting that one away. And yeah, it takes well over 24 hours to get there with various connecting flights. It could take up to 2 days, I think, just to get to like the Tahiti sort of mainland. And some of the holidays you're looking at 5-6 grand for a person to get there, which is a bit beyond my price range. The most expensive holiday I've probably ever been on is the Maldives. I actually made a little Maldives database where I don't play that much, but made it because it's got similarities to French Polynesia, kind of island chain, just not the same scale. It's a good shot by Spearling. Now Spearling and Andre playing together, they're really coming into their kind of own. I kind of wish I'd played a tactic like this a bit earlier, once we'd kind of started to become more of a bigger force. So this seems to be working quite nicely for them. But yeah, I've been to the Maldives. It was beautiful. It was paradise. It was for a honeymoon, and I could recommend going there. But that was still pretty pricey. That took a couple of years of saving up to get there. Spearling tried again for another, and it's apparently French Polynesia, Tahiti, Bora Bora, Moorea, Hua Hin, those kind of places are just on another level comparison. You can go on holidays there, and rather than staying at these big, massive luxury resorts, you can stay at something that's known as a pension, which is a bit like a bed and breakfast, except it's normally like a room in someone's house. It's kind of Airbnb-ish, but instead of paying several £100 a night per person, you might spend £50 to £100, which is a lot, but not a lot in comparison. You stay with a family and things like that, so you get to talk to people. I would love to go, desperate to go. I just don't think I'll ever be able to pay for a mortgage here and go there. I am always on the lookout for jobs in French Polynesia, though. Same with the Maldives, to be fair. If they've got a university there that needs a lecturer, I'll do it. It's one of those places you take the pay cut just so you could live in relatively tropical paradise. Go on, get it in. So 3-0's decent, and it's this same kind of domination now, 27-2. I mean, they are a weak team. In terms of their performances, they're not great as it stands. Go on, Lamb, get it in. Pons, I need to take him off. He was injured before half-time. Take him off now that he scored. Feels a little bit harsh. Book the lay as well. He just karate kicked through that player. You did, Quite happy with the way this tactic's playing. The match we've got after this against Bora Bora. Bora Bora sacked their manager because they're not doing as well as they'd hoped. So it's a good time, well, it's going to be a really good or really bad time to play them. Either they're going to get that kind of new manager bump as they return to the mean. No, not clean sheet. So fortunate. Yeah, so Bora Bora might get that bump. Or they might just be in this really. It looks like they're already getting the bump against Skybright, which is alright. Ace Chance winning, Showdown scoring, doing alright. He scored against us. Uaheen winning as well. It's not looking good for us. There's not enough of the teams above us dropping points currently. Tetero also winning, so it's Gerard there just to tap in. 5-1's alright. We take that. Let's bring on McCormack. McCormack's been getting quite a few assists actually. He's been playing pretty well as a kind of central midfielder rather than the kind of ball-winning one. I've got him in the Mazzala one, which actually he does better in the support role, which makes more sense. He's not that specialised. It's just Spearling's got that yellow card. Beauvalet for his first goal. Go on, Quentin. Get in. The better and better they play, the harder and harder it is going to be to leave them at the end of the season. We'll see. We'll see how it goes on. I am going to have to move on, I think, to another club at some point. It'd be good if we could retain the title. Even better if we could win the OCL. Gerard just sneaking through. 7-1. This is what we were missing all that time. We should be more confident in our technical abilities. It's always difficult with a league like this though. When the standard starts off so low, it's always difficult to know when you can play the more technical passing based sort of possession stuff. When is it that you can actually trust your team to keep hold of the ball? Probably missed out. 41 shots to their 6. I mean, admittedly, it's not an amazing challenge because they are such a poor team. So Mapti have kind of yo-yoed up and down between here and the Championship, I think. So it's a bit kind of sort of flat track bully-ish to do that. But 12 games, 21 points. Win the next match, potentially. If results go our way, we could take over and get to 4th. So we're getting still 6 behind second place. We're getting there. So I will pause here and we'll come back for the Bora Bora match. Alright then, so we're back for the match against Bora Bora. They're in 9th, managerless currently. Surprised our assistant manager's not been linked with the job. He's been linked with the Moria job. So you might see him going. Whenever my staff get sort of linked with a job elsewhere, what I tend to do is just say it'd be great today, it'd be a good honour for them, blah de blah. Just because I want the world to kind of be built up a little bit, to see a little bit more in the way of sort of the world developing, the narrative developing. So if my assistant manager ends up playing against me, I'm fine with that. I'll find a new one. As long as they pay me for him. So I got offered a new contract as well by the club, which I accepted. Not because I'm planning on staying for the length of it, just because it'd be not to say yes to a pay rise. So pay me 1,100 a week now. So alongside my international one, I'm on 4,200 a week, which is alright. Happily take that. Happily take that a month, to be honest. That's not a great start, is it? Cut us right open. that Bolt? That's Bolt, isn't it? Yeah. The weaker of the two defenders. The amount of goals we scored, though, I'm pretty sure we can come back into this. Not if we just like blast it against their team, though. That'd be a little bit harder. Spearling's, I can't remember if he's suspended or injured. I think he's injured lightly. So I moved Andre into the Mazzala and then brought McCormack into that central midfield support role. Go on. Get a good ball in. Just need to build up some momentum. Oh, not like that. They're building it. It's the same. Being caught out in the same way. It's positioning. 10. Actually, that's alright. Yeah, if I put Macasina there, it's just going to get worse. Carry on. We can still get back in this. See there? Told you so. 15th goal of the season for Gerrard. Brings back to 2-1. We've conceded 2 goals in the past, in the past few games, and still won. It's not beyond us. We've been scoring that many. It's a bit of a kind of slapdash way of thinking about it. Very Kevin Keegan. If you've not been following the Twitter account of Galactic Keegan, you should do, because it's amazing. We've got a book out as well. What the? Not much you can do about that, I guess. Okay, 3 might be harder to come back from. We can do. It's going to be hard, especially if they keep doing stuff like that. Okay, McCormack keeps it going. No threat on that. He launched himself into that. That was a lunge. Got the ball, but because of the angle he was going at, just teed it up. Boro on that bounce, aren't they? They're on that. We've had our manager fired because we're not doing well. So now our form's going to go on the up. Pardew bounce. They've not hired Pardew. Okay. And again. There we go. 2 attempts. 3-2. Again. Doable again. That's back within the realms of possibility now for us. Generally been playing pretty well. They've just been really incisive when they've had the ball. Let's keep the team playing for a little bit longer before we get a sub on. Yannen's not doing particularly well today. That was more of a normal corner routine. It didn't go short that time. Okay, that wasn't great. And Andre's not playing well either. Let's get Andre and McCormack to swap round. Maybe that'll help. Uvalef Dallow in. Wait on for ponds. Keep a sub in reserve. Could have a Keith on for Yannin, I guess, for burst the pace right at the end, the last 10 minutes. Halafuk is good. Come on. A highlight. Get it down the other end. Yannin's turn to score, give it to him. Jared managed to pick it up. Cormac's doing alright, isn't he? I think there are a few players I'm going to have to add to my shortlist when I do go. Cormac's going to be one of them. Do have a go at my head of youth development for thinking it's a golden generation, but you did at least pick out a good player from that pick. Come on, go long. Don't go long, keep the ball. Keep in possession. There we go. Ball did that weird thing where it suddenly picks up pace at the other end. Told you it was Yannin's turn to score. 14th goal of the season. So Yannin and Gerard are at 30-ish already between them. One more goal then, that's all we need. Gently does it. David Kerrs looks good. Let's bring him on for Andre. Andre's not been playing that well. Yannin scored a goal, so maybe he's on form for it now. Kerr a start. Youthga. Bouvelet. Pushing forwards. Oh, McCormack's been on fire this game. It's amazing. Probably don't sound that impressed by it. I am. I'm just kind of stunned and in awe. That works out well. Yeah, proceed with those changes. If the change had been taking off McCormick, I'd have reversed that one, but I feel bad for Bora Bora. Only losing in the last few minutes. They were a bit panicky then, weren't they? The corner, I don't really need it. I just want the match to be done so we can take the points. We managed to rescue. That's a pretty good match. I enjoyed that one. It was tense, but I enjoyed it. So there we go. A McCormack masterclass. Did he at least get the match? Don't know. What does it say? Doesn't say on there. Never mind. We'll find out afterwards. So there we go. 2 wins for you there. 2 good wins. A lot of goals now that we're scoring. Also conceding a ton. But if we Kevin Keegan it, it'll be fine. Gets us up to 4th. And we can sneak up. I think we can do this by the time the OCL's drawn. Player of the match was their striker. He was good. He's good. He's only 900. He's valued at £900. He's already on my short list. Yeah, of course. Right, we'll end the episode there, and we'll come back for a couple of more league games this month as we kind of get ready for the race. So we'll focus on this a little bit because it's pretty key to the season. Thanks as always for watching. If you've liked it, please let me know somehow, either by subscribing, liking, leaving a comment, coming and finding me on Twitter and saying hello. Any of those is good. And I'll see you later.